Hello and welcome to
And now we're talking.
Real Estate.
Yes, with your hosts,
Myself, Gillian Stickney, and
Michelle Patterson-Knipp.
where we cover all things real estate and non-real estate.
And non-real estate, we do go on tangents sometimes.
Just a wee bit. Hello and welcome to episode 7.
Episode 7.
Just a question. What's going on down here?
Well, I think because I changed the view.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So,
It's so funny. I don't know if we'll ever not have
there.
IT issue. Yeah. Good. Problem
Okay.
solved. Yes. Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah. And we are going to pick up on our pet peeves because remember when we were talking about it, we're like, do we have enough time?
We didn't.
We did not. And I think this can be something that we'll come back to often.
Yeah, I think this could be a bit of a theme in some of the episodes for sure.
A recurring segment.
Yes, thank you. So, and speaking of recurring segment, I want to pick up on my pet peeve so the pet peeve was agents that promote a listing before it's actually on the MLS. So there was one, and it was probably had happened a few days before we recorded, and it was funny because what happened was that there was a property that popped up. It was literally a Monday afternoon. I can tell that the listing was loaded at 12:56 p.m. I'm gonna get all sleuthy here, and I know I was I wish I didn't know I was gonna be bringing this up on the podcast per se, but I would have taken better notes because I'd probably opened my email at 1:13 and it's already pending and it's 0 days on market, and I was like, okay. I'm printed off the listing and everything so I would remember to come back and look at it and see what happened.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want to guess what happened?
Oh, okay. So it's pending.
Yeah, so it pops on the system, not as active, pending.
0 days on the market.
Yeah.
So has it sold? Is it sold yet?
It's sold.
And under list? At list?
At list.
Yeah.
But more importantly, guess who the agent is.
I was just gonna say it. Same agent. Double-ended.
Agent. Yeah. So I don't know what we're allowed to say, so I'm gonna use initials. PB. So peanut butter.
Yeah.
Double-ended the listing. And it's and it was a Monday. So she was opening, Peanut was open housing the home on the weekend. And double-ended it. And so this is where I'm agents who do this, they're not working for their client. No. They're working for themselves. She's just doubled her income on that and probably left money on the table for her clients. And that is why anyway, so case in point, here is real-time proof happening now on the streets, everyone.
Yeah.
Bad agents. No, but it really, it does. I could tell I'm bothered by this because I'm come on, guys, just do a good job for your clients. For me, I'm always I don't need to sell it twice. I'm happy to just do my end of the deal. And to be honest, when you double end, there's a whole bunch of other it can be a can of worms, but help me out on my words here, Michelle. It can be a conflict of interest for sure.
Yeah.
They can't even do that in BC.
Sure.
It's, oh, that's giving feedback. Okay, there we go. Yeah, so anyway, so this is hot off the press, my pet peeve in action.
That is unfortunate. And, I'm just going to take a look. Did you print off the history?
No, I didn't. But there's no cumulative days on market.
Yeah, no. And I want to see because I'm going to wager a guess and say that this is probably an older couple.
Yes.
Been there for a while.
This is a 50-plus complex. So I'm not even just speculating. I can tell you they're at least 50 years old.
No.
Yeah, we're right. So
yeah.
Old people.
Yeah, that really sucks because part of it too is that who doesn't want to double-end a listing?
But you have to do it properly.
You have to do it properly, and you still need to look out for your client's best interest, number one.
1,000%. That's what's killing me is I don't feel like that seller, and often in these cases, I don't feel like the sellers are being represented fully, properly, And it makes me think of, like, I have so many lines for this business, but one of them
Yeah,
is, like, in the business, it's like, okay, like, if I know someone and they're doing a real estate transaction and they're not using me, like, I get it, that's fine. A lot of people know numerous realtors, but I'm like, if they're not doing a good job for you or if
yeah,
you do not like them, like, that is what kills me because I I'm like, "Hey, there's enough business for, good agents out there, whatever, but it's the ones that are doing a disservice to their client, and it's just yeah, it just makes the industry look poor. Yeah, I'm not here for it. So that is
no,
why that is, like, one of my favorite pet peeves, but
yeah,
so that's just following up on the
yeah.
previous episode that we covered some pet peeves, but it sounds like maybe Nipster has some more for us here.
Well, no, I'm just saying,
Oh, now she's upset about this, yeah.
well, yeah,
Well, I mean,
because
disappointed, I
even
think, yeah.
because representing both parties is, I think you earn every cent of it when you're double ending a property because it's hard representing both the seller and the buyer.
Yes, that is
But
a precarious spot.
and it doesn't happen that often.
No, it does not.
But if you're doing that, my second thought would be like, "Ooh, I wonder if this was on for more than 0 days, whether we would have gotten more offers."
One
Right?
absolutely, that
Right?
is that is my point.
And even if it's not my client that ends up winning, wouldn't it be great, or sorry, my buyer, I should stipulate. If it's my buyer who doesn't win, that's one thing, but it's going to be great for the seller to get even more
Well,
money, right? For
obviously,
me, that's like ultimately the goal.
yeah, for me, I want my client, whether they're a buyer or a seller, to come out in their best light. And yeah,
Yeah.
usually the dollar, whether it's the best price, like you're getting a good deal, or you're getting the highest price for your home, yeah, that's like kind of top of the list. But they actually often, if you do it right, go all together.
Yeah.
Like, if I have a listing, it's like it's fast, it's clean, and you're getting your best dollar. And those they're not mutually exclusive. They're in fact mutually exclusive almost always.
Mhm.
And then if you've overpriced the listing, not represented it well, okay, it's taking longer to sell, you're getting beat up more on the inspection and other things. It's longer conditions, smaller deposits, like everything. Like you lose negotiation strength, you're getting a lower value. Like, that's why it's like, if people are being represented well, great, good for you. Like,
Yeah.
but if you're not, and there's enough of them that aren't, it's very disappointing. And I mean, this could jump right into another one of mine. No, I'll let you go with the pet peeve.
Okay. Pet peeve. Sorry, I have to think about it.
Well, no, let me jump in with
Okay,
mine, yeah.
jump.
Well, because I was just gonna say if you're not being represented, so one of my favorite pet peeves are in 2026, you're not hiring a professional photographer, like, photos, like, that are taken with the iPhone that aren't what? Michelle's already getting a rash over here,
Yeah.
like, she's it's just
Oh,
like you see
yeah,
like, it's like, oh, yeah, it's like, where do you even start? Like, it's like, I often look at listings and I'm like, "Whoa," like, give me couple days, like, whether, like, I come in, I'll say, like, "Put all this stuff away, clean this, do whatever, bring in some light staging, get a professional photographer," like,
yeah.
they're just being so again, a pet peeve of just, I guess, being so underrepresented, and they don't know that,
They
and
don't
that's
know.
really unfortunate. It's just like, like, not to sound arrogant, but there's, like, realtors I could run circles around all day long,
For
and there's
sure.
other
For
straight agents like you and I, but it's
Yeah.
like, it's when yeah, it's like, "What? I could just do so much better for you," and that's heartbreaking a little.
But sometimes too, it's like I love it when I have a client who listens to me,
Oh, yeah.
right?
But I think most of them
Because
do, yeah.
well, yeah, yeah. Some of them don't, but some of them, most of them do.
Mm,
But if I'm coming to you and yeah, it's probably gonna suck when I tell you, you need to start packing.
yeah,
You need to start clearing things off. You need
mhm,
to start
yeah.
streamlining some of the furniture you have in this room, right? I'm saying it for a reason. And then and there's sometimes it happens, they think, "Oh, no, this is too much work for me," or they might pick somebody else and go with somebody else who doesn't say that,
Oh,
you know? And I know it's like, "Hey, I know that if you had listened to me and trusted me, you probably would have gotten more money."
yeah.
The Now more than ever, presentation means so much.
Yeah.
We used to be able to get away with having 8 pictures.
Mhm.
Remember those days?
Well, okay,
8 pictures on the MLS.
so but you okay, so back in the day, was it 10? We still have a max number of photos we can upload like, on the MLS listing. We can have links that give other
Yeah.
information, more photos, etcetera, virtual tours, what have you, but I think
When
when
I started, I
it was
know it was
10.
8.
Okay, I
It
thought
was
it was
8.
10.
It was 8.
Do you know what I say? I'm like, my line used to be because then it went to 20 for a long time.
Yeah.
And I was like, just because you can put 20 photos doesn't mean you should. 'Cause,
Yes.
like, there'd literally be a picture of a toilet, like just the toilet. Like, I'm
Mm.
like, no one, no.
And then do we really need the picture of the toilet?
No, but that's what I'm saying. Just be it can be hard to photograph a bathroom at the best of times, partly
Yeah.
because of mirrors, everyone. So getting a photo is tricky. And so you always see the agents that don't have a photographer. And you know what? Maybe you're an agent and have really good photography skills. There's probably a few of them out there, but for the most part, I think you should be hiring a photographer.
Yep.
Like, but that's the classic. Like, it'll be their arm reaching in with their like camera or their phone, and it's in the
Or you
mirror.
could see the mirror, right? You could see the reflection of the realtor taking their
That's what
picture
I'm
in the
saying.
mirror, right? And my pet peeve is the toilet seat not being down.
Yes, thank you.
Please,
Like,
please,
no
just
one
put it down.
yeah, just for the photo. If you
Yeah,
like to roll like that, I mean, like, that's not a problem, but,
put
like,
the lid down.
but for the photo, you
Yeah,
put the lid down. That's just come on, people.
yeah.
That's basic
Nobody
knowledge.
nobody needs to be seeing that.
Yeah. So, yeah, so bathrooms are a tricky one to photograph, and if you don't know how, then you have no business doing it, people. You want the toilet seat down, you don't wanna see anything in the mirror, you don't want any
Yeah,
flash, like and because they're a small room, that's what makes them awkward. That's why I was like, sometimes you literally get a picture of, like, a toilet,
right.
and it's just like, "Come on, no, you don't please don't put that in the." And then sometimes the photos aren't even I don't know the word, but they're, like, on their side, like, you have to, like, 90-degree foot them, or
Yeah.
they don't fit the space properly, or, I hate when they jump around, like, "Oh, I'm inside, I'm outside, I'm upstairs, I'm in the outside again, I'm in the basement, I'm in the garage."
Yeah.
Have some consistency and flow.
Them in a nice order.
Yeah, like, a kind of an order that sort of would make some sort of chronological sense, like,
Right,
you
as you're
walk
walking
in,
around.
tour the main floor, go upstairs, start in the primary bedroom, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
Go down and then outside at the end, like, it's just but sometimes you're in the primary bedroom, down in the kitchen, then you're back up in a bathroom, a
Mhm.
toilet.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah, so, that annoys me. Another one that we're gonna see a lot of coming up here is we're gonna see listings that are gonna be coming back on in the spring that have
Oh,
been listed in the
yes.
winter. Your primary photo better be 1000% seasonally appropriate. I don't
Yes.
wanna talk to you. Like, I get if you've maybe you're listing a home in February and you do photos the previous year and you get, like, with all the foliage and, like,
Right.
yard and river
Yeah.
valley, whatever, there is to showcase. But that first photo needs to be seasonally appropriate. The rest, go wild, but, like, that first photo
And that reminds me, I think every homeowner, whether they're thinking of selling or not, should take a picture of their backyard in the summer every
Mhm.
year.
Ah,
When it looks great,
touche, yeah,
right? You never know what's gonna happen in the next year, and
yeah.
sometimes those seasonal photos of the backyard when your garden's looking great
Well, especially if you do have, like, a
is amazing.
backyard. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, and another thing, like, an agent that I know I do this, I'm sure you do too, but if you're even having a discussion with clients about, "Okay, actually, I did photos sort of late in the season last year of, it's a very nice, condo down on the river valley," and I said to him, I said, if there's even a consideration of us selling or listing between now and next May, I said, I want to do photos now. And we
Yeah.
did. And so it's like, even if like, that's what I'm saying. A lot of times people might know that, hey, we're building a house and it's going to be ready in the winter or whatever, but they know in advance of like a week or two that they're going to be
Yeah.
listing. Like any agent worth their salt will do exterior photos for you in
Mhm.
advance, just knowing that, yeah, they're gonna list the home at some point down the road. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right. I had a point and I forgot what I was going to say.
Well, I mean, I'm like, what else can we say about bad photos? Don't do them, folks.
Yeah, going back
Oh,
to
can I just actually add?
yeah,
I wanna jump back to the one my exhibit A, my example, where the agent it li came on the system on a Monday after the open house on the weekend, 0 days on market, pending, and then I do follow up, sold, same
yeah,
agent, peanut butter.
yeah,
1 exterior photo, because that tells
yeah,
me, like, were they planning on like,
right.
just, whatever,
Okay,
so
so I remember what I was gonna talk
see, I
to you
knew it
about.
right.
Yeah, because there are certainly instances where I only have very limited photos,
Yes!
right?
That's what I'm
And
saying.
there's a
You
reason, and
don't
I
need to
love it.
fill all the space.
Yeah, but the pet peeve is when somebody else is like would email me, either general public or realtor, "Hey, do you have any additional photos?" "No, not that I want you to see."
Right? Go see the house.
"Go see the house, please."
But, I mean, this is kind of like reading between the lines for
Yeah.
realtors when there's not many photos. It's not that they're hiding anything glamorous, it's yeah. Sometimes a lot is being said with what is not being shown.
Right,
Yeah.
right. And certainly, like, I've been getting some foreclosures lately, and unfortunately, those are situations in which I can't really have a say as to what gets changed in the house or what gets cleaned out
Oh,
in the
that
house, right?
and, tenants.
Yeah,
Move.
tenants.
Tenants are a tough one because 'cause they've got no skin in the game. In fact, kind of the opposite. Sometimes they
Right.
don't want the property being sold, so it can be a real rodeo going on in there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
But other than that, like, you have to make sure that the presentation of your property is stellar because that is your first showing. You
yes.
won't even get a call
No,
for an appointment if those pictures or if it doesn't present well on the MLS.
yeah, like, you kinda wanna have your best foot forward there. Now, you sometimes that can go too far. So there are homes that, depending on filters, lenses, so many, different trickery, photography
Yeah,
type things that can be done, and you kind of I'm always cognizant, and I mean, my photographers aren't like that. I think what I tell clients is, "I want your home when it's online, like, when photos are done, I want us looking at 11 out of 10.
mhm,
I don't want us looking 13 because then people come in and they're like, "Oh, I was expecting a 13 and you're just a 9." And then I don't mind if it shows as an 8 or a 9. Like, if you've
yeah.
got linen in the laundry basket, if you've got, like, a
Couple of
cup
dishes in the
yeah,
sink.
dishes in the sink, that's fine. It's like, but you wanna look amazing when you are online because, yes, they do say that that's actually kind of your first viewing. And
Yeah,
so, yeah, if you don't, like, cut the mustard there. And so that's where, yeah, pet peeve when agents are just not doing a good service for their clients
yeah,
and
half-assing it.
representing it well. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So,
yeah.
okay, what other pet peeves do you have?
Well, my other pet peeve is when clients are late for appointments.
Oh, so you know what? I love it when they're late because then I'm like, "Oh, good, this gets me off the hook if I'm ever late." That's my joke. Here we go. Problem solved.
I mean, I don't mind, but the thing is when we are booking our appointments,
Oh,
you know,
okay, okay. I'll fill in the listener.
I
So what happens is when we're out, like, let's say we're looking at 4, 6 houses,
yeah,
we can't just be like, "Hey, we're gonna show up between 1 and 4." Like, we have to usually get within an hour window, and so depending on drive time, you don't know how much time people are gonna spend at home, like, if they really like it versus if
yeah,
they don't, versus just some people are faster at that than others. Some people need
yes,
to, like, literally, like, really take their time, even if they don't like the home, that's always funny. So, it's kinda like, "Listen, I have, like, carefully orchestrated our, like, tour
yes,
today,
oh
and
my
they show up
gosh.
late, and it." Okay, I get that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's fair.
because it takes a lot of skill to book these appointments,
I know
and
it's
especially, like, during a busy time of the year where you start off with, like, 10 houses that you wanna see,
yes,
and then just be at the rate of making appointments or booking appointments, you find out, "Oh, 1 is pending. Oh, we're just getting under contract," or, "Oh, this doesn't work. Can you do this time?" And then you're shuffling
and
all these.
or you're
It's
waiting to
like
hear back from 1 or 2
yeah,
because you're like, "I don't know where I'm gonna be
fit
slotting
you
this
in. Yeah,
in." Yeah, like, it sounds ridiculous, like, how hard can it be booking appointments? But Michelle does make a very good point. Yeah, if you have a long list of them and if the market's hot, like, yeah, almost guaranteed a couple of them aren't gonna be available, and then a couple couple of them are gonna be like, "Oh, can you come here instead of then?" And you're waiting to hear back from some other people, and you're like, "Fuck, I don't know."
And Edmonton is big. Edmonton is
Yeah,
big, especially when you're first starting out with some buyers and you might be going to a
yeah, a
few
few different
different
sort of areas,
neighborhoods, a
yeah.
few different zones,
Zones,
right?
yeah, oh,
You
let's swing back to
like,
zones after this.
yeah, you have to, like, time it all
It's
properly.
a
The
little
drive time,
finesse,
yeah,
little finesse,
definitely some
people.
finesse
Yeah.
required.
So don't show up late.
Yeah,
Yeah. No,
yeah.
no, that's fair.
And when I say late, I mean, like, 15
Yeah,
minutes.
it's
Like,
5
the 5
minutes.
minutes is fine.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah. So if you do get that text from your clients and maybe they kind of give you a bit of warning, even like, oh, this happened, like we're going to be half an hour late. It's like, no.
But there's one thing I remember you told me, and I can't remember specifically, but if I'm the agent and I'm calling you to show one of your listings, and I say, "Hey, Gillian, can I show this listing between 12 and 1?"
Hmm.
What do you tell your client, your seller?
Oh, well, I tell them 12 and 1, but if I'm booking it and I'm meeting them there and the plan is to meet at noon, I tell them 11:45 to 12:45. 'Cause I'm gonna try to show up early, which usually just means I'm making it on time, but
Yeah,
I know what it's like to have sellers who are like, "Oh," like, maybe someone does book in for noon, and it's so tough because you don't know where they are in their whatever, but when I book appointments, I plan for possibly both me and my client being there a bit early. Like to when if you know what, if I get a showing request for 12 to 1, I'm telling my clients 12 to 1 and we've probably had a chat like, you know what, maybe be out of the house 5 minutes before the window but
it is a little awkward when the seller is just, like, leaving the house as you're wanting to go in and take a look.
totally.
Eh
But when you're actually like so let's say I'm meeting my clients at noon and we're both there at 10 too, then it's like it's awkward for me because I'm like, "Well, sorry, we're early." You know what I mean?
yeah,
So that's why I actually will even if it's like the first one we're looking at, and so I should know what time it is. I do buffer give me a little buffer on the front.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
I like to, once I get to know my client,
there's
if I'm
that too.
right,
Yes.
right, and I know about how long they are gonna take in a
And if
house, and I
they
know if they're usually later on time,
are early,
right? Yeah,
yes.
or early, right? I would book way more lead time between my first showing and my second showing,
Mhm, mhm.
and then the second showing, I get a little bit tighter in the timelines.
Yes.
But I
Oh,
like
interesting.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
I feel like and then so I'll try and also stack maybe vacant ones at the end because you as you get further through your tour, you're like, "Oh, are we gonna be ahead of schedule, behind
yeah,
schedule?" Like, you know, so it's kinda nice to have that vacant buffer.
right.
Um, and then another pet peeve is, like, let's say someone's, like, showing they've booked in to show between 6 and 6:30. I'm getting a call at 6:25. "Hey, like, we're running late. Is it okay?" It's like, well, like, I just it's like, what if I hadn't answered my phone? Like, I don't know. It's just like that's
Right,
and I get it, life happens, but it's just like that is just kind of like when people are ahead or behind their window and it's like kinda like, okay, well, if I actually wasn't here to, like, respond to you right now, where would
right, where
and
what
sometimes you
happened?
yeah, and sometimes you're not. Like, sometimes you get out of an appointment and you're like, "Well, that's come and gone," you know, like so,
What about
uh,
the overlapping
what do you mean?
appointments?
For
'Cause we all love using Showing Time,
yeah,
right? And in Showing Time, that's the platform that we use to book appointments.
yeah.
And it's great when you can hook up your client because then they see, okay, these are the tours, these are the houses we're gonna be seeing, right? But in Showing Time, you can, as the lister, you can
I
allow
was
for overlapping
I was
appointments.
wondering if that's what you
Yeah,
meant
so
or
2
if when
agents can book in the same
yeah,
time, so
I
right?
think I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm a hard no. I would rather so, like, let's say I have a listing that's gonna be blowing up, it goes on the system. We can go into showing time and say, like, no more than a certain length of time window. So instead of, like an hour is really sort of a
The
standard,
standard,
people
yeah,
won't book for an hour. I'll say, "No, half an hour," but it's your half hour.
right,
Like, so, like, I've done that sometimes with a listing that's gonna be really busy, and it's like, that way, it's like, I'm giving you the respect. You can be in the home with your client, not you know what I mean?
yeah,
And, so that's I don't overlap. I don't like it. I just no, it's not how I roll. I'd rather
mhm.
have a shorter showing window that's specifically dedicated to that specific showing.
So, and how do you handle when you're showing a property? You're in the house with your client.
Mhm.
Another agent is trying to get in, rings the doorbell or something like that. Overlapping time.
Well
Like, how do you play that?
Well, I mean, it depends on where we are. Like, usually, if we're, like, close to the end of our tour, I'll be like, "Oh, we're just gonna be a few more minutes, like, do you want the key to the garage?" Like, I'll kinda try and give them a
Yeah,
door prize,
right.
like, "Can you go do something
Consolation
out?" Yeah.
consolation
"Go
prize?
look at the yard, it's beautiful," you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, so usually I'll try and I'll be like, "Oh, we're not gonna be much longer," like, yeah.
Do you let them into the house, though,
I don't
at
like
all,
to.
like, at the same time? "Oh, you take a look upstairs, we'll look at the basement."
I've done that. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Like, I feel like it's been a while since that's I've definitely and there are so some agents are like, "Yeah, sure, like, show it at the same time."
right.
I don't know, to me, that just doesn't feel quality. Feels There's something that feels off about that to me.
I think for me, it also depends on the situation. I think one time
Totally.
usually I'm a firm, like, "Well, you can wait," or "We're
Yeah.
almost done." But there's one time where, my little heart there was a family, and they had, like, 2 young kids with them, right?
Mhm.
So it's like, okay, I felt for them because I know how it is with kids.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a little,
Mhm.
you don't know how much time you're gonna have. So I would let them in, right? But typically
Yeah, and I've certainly, like, okay, yeah, we'll be upstairs or in the basement, whatever,
right.
but, yeah, you don't really want, like, the the coming together of the I don't know, but yeah.
Yeah.
They shall never meet.
That's right,
Any
'cause it
other
could be
prospective buyers and sellers, no one can meet anyone.
yeah. Well, it's hard.
Yeah.
It makes it awkward. I think too, just putting yourself in the shoes of your client, right? Like, for us, it's like, even when somebody is home, like, if the seller is home
That's
and they
enough
insist
one.
right, or the tenant wants to stay,
But
right?
it's worse when it's the seller.
Yeah.
Like, if you're the tenant, because you know what? You really don't care, and you're probably not calling your landlord and being
Yeah.
like, "Hey, they really like the living room." What you know, it's
Or when this tenant starts talking to you about all the problems with the house. It's
Oh.
like, "Oh, man, I don't know if
Yeah,
this is such a
there's
good idea."
but the thing is, like, the tenant, you kind of half expect it. When a seller's home, unless they're super elderly, like, health condition, like, I do understand that,
Yeah,
but it's like, sometimes I'm like, "Really? You couldn't, like, go to get your groceries during this half hour?" Like, there's
right.
nothing. You can't even, like, walk around the block if it's the summer. Like, sometimes people who clearly don't leave their home often will be like, "Okay, like, the seller will be there when you get there," and then they'll go for a walk, like, or
Yeah.
whatever, which good. That's good enough for me, you
It
know?
was really hard during COVID to
Mhm.
get people out of their houses and to, like, like, the timings needed to be strict. I remember cutting it down. It's like, "You guys only have, like,
But,
30 minutes, 55
COVID
minutes,"
was
right?
there's a lot of things I liked about COVID with real estate. Really cut out all the, like,
Tire kickers? Yeah,
all the fluff. It was
yeah.
like, you had to really be interested in the house, you had to actually really be ready to buy, sell, like, it's
Traffic was awesome. It
it
didn't matter what.
streamlined everything, it was awesome. I don't even necessarily I feel like the sellers did get out because 'cause they're like, "Oh, I don't wanna die."
Yeah, but for them, it's like, "Where am I gonna go?" Part of it.
Go, drive through Tim Hortons, get a coffee, see you
Mm,
later, yeah.
mhm,
Like, come on, this
mhm.
is your one outing, enjoy it, you know?
That was one thing, like, COVID for me, it wasn't bad because I
No.
kept working, and I was going to school at the time too, so it was, it was
Yeah, I honestly COVID was not bad for me at all. No, which fortunate.
yeah,
Yeah. And then, what other do we are we why do I feel like there was something else? So pet peeves, but we're saving zone talk.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, is that a wrap? We
I
don't
think
have
that's
anything.
good for now.
I mean, I kind of feel like I have more complaints, but
Like I said, I think this could be a recurring topic.
I feel like this is basically gonna turn into a podcast of 2 realtors complaining. It's funny because it's
Yeah,
true.
it's true, it's true.
Anyways, on that note, I think thank you so much for listening,
Yeah,
and,
we'll
tune
talk
in
to you
again
again
next time.
soon.
Okay, bye.
Thanks for listening. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Music, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Wherever you get your fine podcasts.
Yes.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow.
Do just do all the things.
All the things. Thanks for listening, guys.